This man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Did you inject him with a
No, Doctor.
Again? But there was...
More and more people are suffering from insomnia.
Of course.
Any idea what...
Very well. I'll examine him. His skin shows abnormal loss of color, and his fingertips and 30 earth. Severe malnutrition, slight protuberances.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen?
He hasn't eaten in days.
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your... Whatever it is, this man has some...
Dr. Fuller said not to worry.
You know... In spite of the muscle contraction...
Yes.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, what about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertip.
I'm sure you'll find...
I see signs of hypodermoclysis.
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose, and you won't believe me, but...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he... But that doesn't explain...
I almost don't believe it myself, but these
What do you mean?
No. This poor man is from our world, and this transformation...
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's...
Dr. Colden.
What I'm doing.
Let us calm down. I've done to him.
Your imagination is without...
There.
These are a lot...
Do you believe? I even think...
No, Doctor.
Really?
He's changing.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Your reaction does. It's your innocent worries for...
For this man, and...
I have to protect my...
I will not let you...
You disappoint me, Marie. But I still have hope. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder. My word is of no weight.
It's scandalous.
Oh, that evidence. I need to find the
And where would you find them?
I'd rather not.
Of course.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
Elizabeth?
Because and the water was once again... I had to bother Mrs.
Come now. We're lacking...
I'm trying... Sometimes... Anyway...
Courage.
Thank you, Doc.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes, but rest assured.
That won't be necessary.
I will tell him.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest.
It's
so
temperamental,
unfair.
if I understand correctly. We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks. We're running out.
I know.
Once
Can't-
done. The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan.
Dr. Colden,
Would you know where the...
Betty didn't put it back in its place.
I'll ask her.
But if I may say so, Doc...
What is the...
Miss
I'll-
and as
Oh.
you...
This man, Edward Pierce. His file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing? Tell me,
I have.
do you...
No.
Ethan,
It's
Act-
not like.
so many... It's...
Do you
I don't... We don't...
Oh,
Take care.
you too.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Dr. Colden. Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so white froth. His binds left bloody wounds. You did good work.
Thank you.
Up in the...
It'll...
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Doctor, please. My chest.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution.
I'll tend to it.
Thank you. An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects. We're running out of this
I know.
one.
Can't you-
Donovan,
Everybody says it. She's a wit. Everything all right?
all is well, Elizabeth.
Thank God, no.
Do you really need Miss...
I can't. So,
Her.
thank... Everybody says it. She's a witch. An old hag.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Doctor?
I'll tend to it.
Do you want something?
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high. I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Dr. Colden, might there...
I was about to mention it. It seems it's...
I can't take this.
It's not your fault.
And yet, I'm the one... Courage, Elizabeth.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy. Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here. The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here? Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs.
Why is Ethan on medication? The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection. I must go back to the basement. I should go another way.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I knew. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes. Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Take a minute to look. Everything point. He's dead. No. Oh, no. The book. Have you read it? Answer the... How? Now you won't be able to... What did it show? She went... She was looking for... Sarah Hawkins. Let's go back to the... Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you? Dr. Colden. She's in danger. I have to go. Wait! No one knows the occult better than me. You might need... All right, I'm... Perfect. Now go... Thank you, Drake.